on to the AFC West division. Okay, in 2021, who wins the division? No surprise here. I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning the division with a 13-4 record. I actually have the Los Angeles Chargers finishing second in the division with a 10-7 record. I believe the Chargers will be a playoff team in 2021. I have the Denver Broncos finishing third with an 8-9 record. The Raiders finishing last with a 5-12 record. I think Kansas City has a chance to get back to the Super Bowl once again for a third straight season. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is elite. Andy Reid is elite. The weapons are elite. They do have playmakers on defense. And this is a Super Bowl caliber team that got better in the offseason by retooling their offensive line. Kansas City, barring injuries, they'll win at worst 10 games, but I have them at 13 wins because I think this roster is absolutely loaded. Okay, the Chargers are a very interesting team. I believe they're underrated, and I believe they will be a playoff team. I'm a believer in Brandon Staley. I think Brandon Staley has a chance to become one of the best young head coaches in all of football one day. The Chargers made sure to improve the offensive line because the offensive line was pretty bad last year. Justin Herbert is a superstar quarterback, and he was great behind a terrible offensive line. Now you put a competent offensive line in front of Justin Herbert. I mean, I think that he's going to have another great season. Not to mention the Chargers have some playmakers on defense. Derwin James does come back. And we've seen over the years, when Derwin James is healthy, the Chargers defense is an above average unit. When Derwin James doesn't play, the Chargers defense falls off a cliff. So Derwin James is a playmaker. If he stays healthy, that defense is going to be pretty good. You have Jerry Tillery at defensive tackle. You have Joey Bosa on the defensive line. Kenneth Murray's a real player. Nasir Adderley and Asante Samuel Jr. are two playmakers in the secondary that I like. I think the Chargers are pretty underrated, and they'll make the playoffs in 2021. The Broncos. I believe the Broncos will be improved. I have them going from 5 wins in 2020 to 8 wins in 2021. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Teddy Bridgewater is not going to win. He's not going to win you games, but he's also not going to lose you games. He's a game manager, okay? And while I like that aspect of him where he's not going to turn the football over, he'll make the smart plays, he'll get the ball to his playmakers and allow them to make plays. He throws an accurate football. He makes good decisions, like I said. The problem is he's not much of a playmaker. And if you're down early or you need to put up a bunch of points on the board or outscore Justin Herbert or Patrick Mahomes, I don't think he's capable of going toe-to-toe with those guys. So while I do think Teddy Bridgewater is solid, he's not much of a playmaker. I'm not a believer in Vic Fangio as a head coach, nor should you be. I don't know why everyone thinks, oh, Vic Fangio's amazing. No, he's not. Vic Fangio's a bottom 5 head coach in the NFL right now. He's unproven. But maybe he could prove me wrong. But this roster is loaded, with great talent on offense, great talent on defense. If they had Aaron Rodgers or another great quarterback, this would be a Super Bowl caliber team. But because they have Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock on the roster, there is limitations. The Raiders, honestly, I don't know what to say. The Raiders, I feel like John Gruden is outdated. I think that at this point, he's overrated as a head coach. I'm just not feeling the Raiders. The defense still stinks. And the Raiders are going to have to play like the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to have to outscore people to win football games. And the Raiders suddenly out of nowhere just got rid of all their talent on the offensive line this past year. For no reason. I don't know why. But the offensive line is gone. The schedule is hard. Derek Carr is a good quarterback, but he's not great. Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake are good players. They have some weapons for Derek Carr to throw to, but the Raiders, their schedule is very hard, and they're just not a good football team, and I don't believe in John Gruden. So that's how I feel. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juice Alert Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.